And it's
Alright.
back.
Should be up again. Or should be up now.
Oh wait, is it on? Did you make a new channel for it? No, right?
No,
It's
it's
still
just
on.
the same one.
Okay.
I linked it in the
Okay.
bio as well.
Yeah, I did see that, but it's just not showing up. So I was like, uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
I was up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay. We should also like maybe try to
There we
do
go.
like a little intro so then we can be like, all right, this is the beginning, and then we can mention
Yeah, I'll
Societycore.
clap really fucking loud at this camera. That'll be the cue.
Oh God, I'm hearing it echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn down my PC volume.
Christ in hell. All right, I'm sending it out. One more should be good. We'll get some viewers.
One more viewer.
So true. All right, let's see this.
My video should be back up any second now.
Okay.
I mean, it's back up in the call, so
Yeah.
yeah. The outdoor vibe is
Audrey.
really...
Audrey's
Oh,
here.
okay, there we go.
The outdoor vibe is really what?
Great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First, aw.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna go outside and stream, and then my aunt was like, oh yeah, we like moved all the furniture because because of the rain.
I'm gonna not
Right.
eat while I'm doing
We got
this.
3 viewers.
One of them is me.
I think the other one might be me.
Let's go, and then Audrey.
Alright. I wish there was like a way to tab out YouTube so I could look at the chat at the same time, but whatever. I'll just do it on my phone. Did you make a post? Okay, I'll
put it on my
post. I'll post
story.
the Societycore.
Okay. Society 3. We're gonna have a lot of societies eventually. Say, Audrey, tell Abby I say hi. Actually, I don't know. Abby might be able to hear this. I say hi, Abby. Oof, my dogs are barking.
You'd see what I posted to the story.
Oh, fuck.
It'll probably take a minute to upload, but okay, it's
my...
right.
Ugh. Better. If I open it, you're gonna have to do my... Boom. You are live now. God damn it. Let's go.
Oh, we have
5
5 viewers? What
fucking-
the fuck?
Holy shit.
Alright, is it time to
We're
begin?
just waiting for that story post. Yeah. I think it's time.
Alright. We'll do the intro.
Yeah, we didn't plan an intro. What the fuck is it gonna be?
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to our podcast, Societycore. This is our first full-fledged attempt at making something into a podcast. So we're pulling out all the punches today. Our third episode, we're gonna be covering Elliot Smith. Also, by the way, my name is Ja, and I have.
Oh, your audio cut out.
Oh, my audio cut out?
Yeah, you said, and I have.
Oh, then I was pointing to you. I don't know if you could see my video. I don't have a video.
Oh.
Okay, so and I have my friend joining me, and they are.
I'm Aiden.
There we go. Okay.
So the rules for this series basically, it started because I decided psychotically to listen to every Weezer album, and then I was talking to Jaw, and I said, "Hey, you should also do that." And then
No, were you like,
we,
you were like, I don't, was that how it happened? I think I was like, oh, that
so
sounds terrible. I should do it too.
yeah, it was some conversation. That's pretty much how it went. And then I was like, "What if we ranked the albums at the end?" And then now the rules are like at the end of each episode, whoever suggested this artist has to take the next suggestion. So I suggested Elliot Smith, so Jaw will be picking the next artist.
I think we're
Um,
skipping that though. We still have another artist selected already for next month.
oh,
So,
true.
but and then
But
the
that's
other
like a
rule, yeah,
special one.
the other rule is that if you didn't choose the artist, you get final say on
Oh,
the tier list.
Yeah, for maximum discussion and
Yes.
anger. Yeah.
All right, and then I think, yeah, I guess we'll get into Elliot Smith.
Next episode, we'll invest in ad blocker for Jaw. Let's go. What's up, Max?
We'll invest in ad blocker. So true. All right, so I think you started off, right? Because it's your choice.
I yeah. I think I'm starting it off because I started off last time, so that would make sense. Or you started off last
Yeah.
time. Fucking okay. Uh,
Roman
yeah,
Candle.
we have a very different tier list here because we both agreed like it's kind of hard to rank. Like if you just have S, A, B, C with Elliott Smith, it's difficult.
I'd say
So
everything would go in like an S or an A.
yeah, so I think the debut is. I think Roman Candle is. I'm kind of between good and very great. That seems like a jump to me. I think it should be good and very good. Uh,
Okay. We
or
we
good
can
and
we can
great.
change that.
Yeah, because I think it's between good and great. I think it's a little short. I think it's uh, a little rough around the edges,
Yeah.
but
It's got that
also
charm to it.
it has a lot of charm. Yeah. So I think I'm leaning towards very good, and we can move around from there. Like that's a
Okay.
benchmark to me.
I guess
What do you think?
so Roman Candle, that was like my first introduction to Elliott Smith because I actually hadn't listened to much anything before this tier list and I was excited. Um I think I was just kind of like, okay, this makes sense. Like a bunch of the songs that he has, I don't think there was much I didn't like. I think most of it was just getting like eights, and then I gave like two nines. I think it got better at the end, but I think definitely if it was longer, it would have really dragged on and wouldn't have been that good or enjoyable. But I think the last song, like the instrumental, that one's my favorite. Kiwi Mad Dog 2020. Um,
So such interesting. Like I don't know. I don't have the same affinity for instrumentals that you do. Like this. What was the fucking Hunting Bears?
Hunting Bears. I don't know. It's just vibes. You know, it's like I could see that song being played in a David Lynch movie. Um, I think I gave it a 79 overall. My
Okay.
my fucked rating, you know, it's gonna be like, I guess it would technically be like a 99.
What?
So yeah, I
That
think it's
doesn't
like
make any
or
sense.
maybe it would be an 89. Maybe we'll add 10 points to each one.
Why are you adding 10? I don't
Just to each
understand.
one because like a 79, like the highest thing I have is an 84. You know,
Okay, so what you should be doing is averaging it and multiplying it by 100. That's what you should be doing. Or
that's what I am
by
doing.
10. Well, but no, you're not because you just said it could be either
Because then it's like if it's
79,
if the
99,
very
or
top of the
89.
top's an 84, like it doesn't mean it's like an 84 out of 100, you know.
I think you're just
Anyways,
bad at math.
probably. I think I failed calc in college. Anyways,
All right, what are
this
we
is this is
doing?
this is one of the ones I liked more than others. So
Oh, okay.
I would go with
Okay.
I'm down for doing very good for Roman Candle.
All right. I'm very nervous about where this is going to go then.
Okay, Aiden, it's
Uh,
Hmm. What's the next one? Elliot Smith,
self-titled.
self-titled. All right. So originally, I thought this was the worst one.
Oh my.
Originally, I thought self-titled was the worst one, but then I got to another one later on, and I'm like, okay, maybe this other one's a little worse than self-titled. But I think I was listening to it, and I mean, it wasn't like I don't think there was anything that I thought was bad on it. I also just don't think there was anything I really gave a shit about. I was like, oh, I just listened to that whole album, and I retained like nothing. I think I put "Needle in the Hay" as the top song, and then everything else was basically like the same score, and it was just like, oh, it was cool, but I don't think I felt going back to. I think maybe looking at it now, I think I liked Clementine.
Yeah.
Um,
Not Christian Brothers.
I
You're
don't even.
not.
I think I like that one too, but I don't remember it if I'm being completely honest. Maybe I needed to re-listen to some things, but
Yeah,
that's
maybe you
okay.
should have put some effort. Maybe,
Maybe I should have.
respect
I listened to everything
Elliot
3 times. Listened to everything 3 times.
Okay.
But I think after I finished Elliot Smith, I was like, dear God, if his entire discography is like that, it's gonna be fucking rough for me.
Yeah, I think I listened to this album and then either or the first time I was trying to get into Elliot Smith, and then I took a break for a month because I'm like that was kind of devastating. But this is my favorite Elliot Smith album.
God damn it.
I would. It's like him at his very best. Easy for me, like not even close. It's just so stripped down, cohesive, beautiful in every way. Every song is so well written.
Every song has
I
like
think
2 instruments in it, and
yes, it's stripped down. It's great. Like it's very simple. Like he
lackluster.
recorded it all himself with one machine and like
Try hard.
okay. All right. I think you just don't like Elliot Smith then, because come on, him at his very best, easy, no contest. I don't even. I don't.
Josh
Yeah,
just
thank
being
you.
a hater right now. So what I would do with
you.
Elliot Smith, personally, I would be putting it in like the good section, but I think that would get me some online hate.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you have it
Yeah.
as your number one.
I don't know if I would have it as number one. I think I have it
Originally,
as
you
number
did.
two, but
All right.
I did say it's my favorite. I don't know if I think it's his best though.
Ah.
It is my favorite. I
Maybe
listen to
we
it the
can,
most of anything.
Do you want to meet in the middle a little bit? Do
Yeah,
not
yeah.
his
Can
best.
you do the? Sure, fine, agreed. Because
Alright.
I don't know if it would be his best. I'd say it's at his best, but like it is definitely incredible.
Gonna report
Yeah, that would be the
Societycore.
report. All right.
I think for me it's just I don't know
Like
with
Kamel's comic.
certain folk songs and writing stuff like that. I'm just like it's cool, but I feel like some of the songs would be cooler if there was just like more going on. But I think
really
also while
like
listening
the
to Elliot
guitar.
Smith, I realized he's like just the blueprint for like every single fucking indie like 2010s music,
Yeah.
like fucking Phoebe Bridgers, Alex G, all them bitches with the acoustic guitars. It's just like all
Yeah.
all from the source, Elliot Smith.
Yeah.
Without him, we couldn't have anything else. So maybe even if I don't love everything Elliot Smith, I gotta respect the impact.
Speaking of which, either or, I feel like that's like right in the middle. I think that's kind of peak for me.
Right in the
as
middle.
far as like quality. Yeah. Like, sorry, in the middle of his styles. So the first style is like the very stripped down stuff,
Yeah.
and then later on he like adds other instrumentation and orchestra. And I think he when he was still tentative about it, I think he like hit it right where I like it best.
Yeah, I think he nailed it.
Yeah, either or. He just really nailed it. Has a lot of the best Elliott Smith songs on it to me. I think overall, like the only reason that self-titled for me might be above is because it's more like cohesive. Like all the songs kind of flow into each other and sound similar. But I know it's for you that might be a knock because it's like, oh, they all sound the same. But I don't think either or has that problem. I don't think anyone could even try and claim that they all sound the same. And yeah, Easy Inhibit is very best for me.
All right, either or. Didn't really like this album.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think either or is definitely my favorite Elliot Smith album. I honestly think that almost nothing else he has made kind of compares to it. But I think either or is probably one of the best albums ever made in general. So
Wow.
yeah. I really liked either or. I'm like this is good cooking, you know.
Yeah, you liked it enough to stop listening to Radiohead to listen to it an extra time. That's kind of
Yes.
crazy.
I think what is it? You know what's my least favorite song on the album is Between the Bars. I think that's like the fan favorite of him in general, and that's my least favorite. I mean, I gave it like a 7. Everything else, I gave an 8 and a 9 or a 10.
Okay,
I think.
what was the 10? What
So
were the
10, I did
10s?
Pictures of Me. I think that's just my favorite Elliott Smith song ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what that song does to me, but it does something. And then I gave Cupid's Trick a 10 as well, because I think that one's just like a huge like rock song almost that I completely unexpected or didn't expect on the album, and it kind of blew me away the first time I listened. And then every time I go back, I'm just like, it's crazy that he did this. For 9s, I did Ballad of Big Nothing,
I love that song.
No Name 5. The whatever the
That was
bass
solid.
does in that one song, or like the chord change in the middle of it, it's like doom 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 doom.
Mhm.
I love that part. And then Say Yes, I gave a 9 as well. That one, I think that song killed me.
Interesting.
For
So you didn't
personal
like any of the
reasons.
big ones. You
I
were
mean,
a
I just gave
bigger
them like
fan of like
8s. Everything
Candy
else was an 8.
in the bars.
But then Between the Bars, I'm like, nah, that's a 7.
What about Speed Trials? That's
I think that
like one
one
of my.
8. That one's really good as well. I think that's maybe his best opener. Actually, no. No, that's not his best opener. It's one of his
Like
best.
Needle in the Haze is best
Yeah.
to me. Oh wait, actually, I don't know. There might be other better ones
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah. That's another banger track.
I also thought Between
Because
the
every
Bars.
song's a banger. What?
I
What
thought
about
Between the Bars was always like between like bars, like in a jail cell, like somebody's like like looking through the bars, like metal bars, instead of like a bar where you go to drink. So by
Why?
listening to this song during the preparation, I was like, oh, he meant like a bar where you drink at. That makes so much more sense.
Yes.
I thought it was like.
I don't. Were you reading the lyrics a lot, or like
I was,
what
I
was your
was,
process?
but
Okay.
for me, it's almost kind of like I like music a lot, but I get not carried away, but I try listen for the lyrics, but it's like there's only a very certain specific type of lyrics that really get to me sometimes, and I don't know why. And like even if it's like technically good, I'll be reading it. I'm like, a lot of the times it doesn't do anything for me. For some reason, Faye Webster lyrics hit me. I don't know why. She's like one of the only artists that get me, I guess.
Nice.
I'm listening and I'm like, she's so real for that, you know? But I
So where are you
understand that
putting
that's
it?
half the appeal in Elliott Smith is the lyrics.
I don't know if it's well, I
It's a
guess it
big
depends on the
chunk
person.
for a
It's
singer
definitely a big chunk.
songwriter.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I do. Yeah.
All right, well, I
I
don't think
think
we need
he's
to talk
strong
about
enough.
where this placement goes. So
No, you're right. You're right. It's easy. Okay. So
I start the next one technically,
you're
don't I?
up. Yeah.
All right,
Next is XO,
XO,
right? Yep.
XO. Um, I don't remember the album that much.
Valid.
Okay, I think yeah. Everything was an 8 or a 7 except for a question mark, and that one was a 9. I think I just remember I was like, okay, this is like
Oh,
him
eight
taking
song is literally
him
a
taking
question
all
mark
the
station.
more heavy parts on either or and just kind of making a whole album out of it. And it was almost like maybe I do miss the a little bit more of the slower laid back stuff because it was just kind of a lot
Yeah,
at once, and I don't think maybe they were fully or to their best potential, I guess. I also really like Amity. Thinking about it now, that one's pretty fun. Just because it's like
interesting.
Amity, Amity, Amity. Um,
We don't have like any of the same tracks as our favorites on either album.
really, that's
No,
funny.
not at all. I like
Showing the expansiveness of Elliot Smith.
Yeah, I think the songs where he is a little more stripped back on this are definitely better. Like I really liked like Hits Away, Baby
Yeah,
Britain, Waltz Number Two, uh and then Everybody Cares, Everybody Understands, and I Didn't Understand kind of like elevate the album for me. I think
elevated.
without those, I would just have it as like good. But there's a stretch of like some really solid songs. I think the last four songs and track like 3 through 6 are like absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
And then the rest is just like good.
mm,
Because I think it's kind of a mess. I think what is it? Yeah,
definitely is a mess.
Sweet Adeline is like the perfect encapsulation of the whole album because it's like it's not my favorite track. It has amazing lyrics and starts off pretty good, but it kind of falls apart and like gets really loud and like
Yeah,
the the singing on it isn't great. This also has I can't remember which song it is, but there's one song on this where he like his voice just completely cracks and it's like you couldn't re-record that like you that was such a bad vocal performance on this song. It was just bad. But yeah, I think the singing isn't is best. I don't know.
yeah.
But is it worse than Roman Candle? Like
I
no.
gave it the same exact score as Roman Candle.
Okay. I think we should put it in very good above Roman Candle.
Okay, I was thinking
Yeah.
either that or be behind. Okay, no, I agree. Very good. I agree. Very good. All right. Oh God, Figure Eight. So this is what his last album that he put out while he was still here.
While he
Um,
was alive before he was murdered.
yeah,
Um
before he was stabbed.
yeah.
Um, Figure Eight. I think this is another one. I think I blur it a lot with XO because it's kind of similar.
Wait,
Um,
who's supposed to be talking? Who's starting? Because I was I was Roman Candle, then you're self-titled, and then
you're
you're so
Figure
it's
Eight.
me.
You're Figure
Yeah, I'm
Eight.
figure eight. That's right. Shut your mouth. Let me introduce figure eight. Um, figure eight I think is very good. I like it a lot. I think it's just a pure upgrade from XO. Like it's the same type of style I think where it's like more intense, heavier instrumentation and stuff, but doesn't it's not a mess, you know? It's more
You hear
cohesive.
that
It has
lawnmower?
some of its best songs. I do not hear the lawnmower now.
That's an airplane, I
Um
think.
okay.
Sorry.
Uh yeah, I love it. I don't think it reaches the same heights as XO or self or not XO, fuck, as either O or self-titled for me, but I think it's very very good. What do you think?
So I gave this one the same exact score as Roman Candle and EXO as well.
Oh my
Um,
god.
I think looking at it, I think Figure Eight is a bit better than XO. Not by much, but still, I would rank it higher. I think for me, everything got an 8 except for a couple songs that got 7s, and then I gave Son of Sam a 9. I think Son of Sam is my favorite opener from Elliot Smith. I don't know what that
Yeah,
song
that's what I was
does,
gonna say.
but I'm like,
Is the
this
one
one's
that
the
is
best
better.
one. Gets you
I
amped
agree
up.
with that.
And then
That's such a banger.
the other song I gave was a 9. The other song I gave a 9 was the last one called Bye, because I think
Yeah,
there's almost something really haunting about having
yeah,
like this like almost atmospheric piano song playing at the very end, just titled Bye, and it is the last
yeah,
song on the last album he released when he was still alive. So I think that's just scary almost, and I think that really adds to
yeah,
how that song makes me feel as well.
yeah. I like how well "Can't Make a Sound" flows into it. Um, what do you think of "Everything Reminds Me of Her" and "Everything Means Nothing to Me"?
There was one of them, I think I gave both of them an 8. There was one of them
Okay,
where it just keeps repeating and it does that weird part. I don't remember
that's
which one.
"Everything Means Nothing to Me," and I love it so much.
That one's pretty good. There's a Lemon Twig song where it feels like they did something very similar called "Every Day is the Worst Day of My Life," and they just repeat that over and over, and it's a very fucking annoying song. So it's kind of
Oh
cool to
no.
see that concept approached and executed in a much better way.
Yeah. I think this one is kind of like hard to rank.
I'm down for putting it in
But
front of EXO on Very Good or behind self-titled on Not His Best.
I agree with yeah, behind. I think it should be above the very good tier.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Honestly, I think people could like argue for this being him at his very best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I would
Especially,
agree with that
yeah.
though.
If you like the more like the heavier instrumental stuff,
Yeah.
um, then yeah, this is probably going to be your favorite album. Yep. Now the sad stuff.
Uh-oh. I start this one, right?
Mhm.
From a basement on the hill. So I think I did some research for this one. But it was like he
Oh,
was working on a double LP. He was trying to put it out, and then he died. And then I think it was like 3 years they were just collecting stuff, and then they put everything together and had like some like unfinished things and tried to finish out most of the songs to their best ability. And I think, considering everything, I think it's still pretty solid. Like, I'm surprised that it came out so well, considering he wasn't even there to like fully finish it and
mm,
make everything on it. That being said, though, I think a good album overall, but not the best Elliott Smith album for me.
I agree. I Yeah, I think that like it kind of if you went through every song like one by one and really tried to pick which ones he had finished and which ones he hadn't, you'd be able to tell. Like
Yeah,
especially the last like there's some stuff on the second half where I'm just like this is feels a little unfinished.
yeah.
But there's also some really great stuff on it.
I gave Don't Go Down a 9. I think that was the highest one, so that was my favorite on the album.
Interesting. I don't remember which ones I liked the most because Spotify removed my likes again.
Uh
Let's
oh.
go. Really love when it does that. Let's.
How does that even happen?
They suck. That's
Oh,
how.
okay.
Apparently, the only song I have liked is A Fond Farewell. That's not true. I went through the entire album and liked all the ones I liked as I was listening.
No,
All
no, no,
right.
no, no.
uh, well, I don't know. I don't really have that much to say about it. It's just like
Just solid. Nothing
it's really
terrible.
solid.
Nothing
Yeah.
amazing though.
It's sad that it came out the way it did.
Yeah,
It seems bloated. That's what I would say. I
yeah.
think like because it was supposed to be a double album, but it didn't get finished. They maybe could have
It's like an
just pared it down
attempt.
to a
Yeah,
single album rather than an album and a half with some unfinished tracks.
with the ostrich and
Um,
chirping track of an
yeah,
ostrich chirps that goes on for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe we put it in good. Maybe that's where
Yeah,
I'm.
I agree.
Because without like, yeah, if you make a playlist out of the best songs, like it would be very good as like, but it gets brought down a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Hmm.
all right. On to the last one, New Moon.
Oh, New Moon. Okay, I think because it's a compilation, this saves it from having the same criticisms as From a Basement on a Hill. Because From a Basement on a Hill is an unfinished album, but it's presented as an album. Whereas this is just a compilation, and I think it's one of the best compilations like of all time. Like there's so many just like hidden gem tracks, and you can listen to the whole thing and like enjoy it as a listening experience, which is kind of crazy for a compilation, you know? So honestly, I don't want to put it in the same tier as From a Basement on a Hill, or even Everyone Knows All of His Albums Are at least good because it's not really an album. I think, like, yeah, I would even put it as very good or make its own tier that's like higher up. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, what about you?
I think I liked From a Basement on the Hill just a little bit better.
Okay,
And then I thought that this was the actual worst album. Uh, um,
fine.
I think for me, it was just like everything was just like solid, but nothing stood out. I also think it was really long. I also
It
did
is
more
very.
research on this one, and it was like, oh, like these are some songs he made during the self-titled sessions, and then some songs are from the either or sessions, and then some were like right
Mhm.
before XO. So they just took like everything over the course, I think, of like 4 years plus one other thing, and just like kind of combined them.
Yeah,
Um, I almost feel is that the track list was a little weird because it was like they would do three from either or something, then they do three from self-titled, then they do three from the other session, and then the second side would be like three from self-titled again, and then three from either or again, and then three from like the other one. So I get it because they like probably did it for pacing, but I almost feel like maybe just having it like chronologically could have been more interesting, but
that might have made sense.
I don't
I
know.
think what makes it better for me is like because it's songs from different eras, like or different periods of time. Like they were probably cut from the album
Yeah,
because it was a time when it cost a lot of money to keep put extra songs on an album, like
yeah,
especially if you're like printing to vinyl. So I think they're like a lot of the songs on it are album quality songs. Like some of them I'm sure he probably like performed live.
yeah.
Like New Monkey, uh
New Monkey, the Alex G
yeah,
song.
all cleaned out. The 13 cover, like New Disaster, Half Right, all of those I think are like some of his best songs. I think they're so good. They're like absolutely amazing songs. So I think like I don't know if anything on From a Basement on a Hill I would put as some of his best songs.
Yeah,
Like there are songs I really like, but I think this, even though yeah, it's more of a mess. Like there's the sequencing is just non-existent.
yeah.
Like I think it just has better tracks, and that's why I would put it above From a Basement on a Hill.
Hmm.
But I'm fine just putting it in good because yeah, it's not really an album, and like it's kind of unfair from the start to judge it as one.
I feel that. Yeah, no, it is unfair to rate it like that. I also sometimes do feel like maybe just a little bit slight of a cash grab, but uh,
Yeah, but I can't be mad that it comes out because it's like, oh, good, I
just
get to
more
hear
Elliot
these things
Smith.
I never
Yeah,
would have got to hear that are amazing, you
yeah.
know?
I heard they were like gonna do an either or 10-year anniversary, and then they announced it, and then like an hour later they deleted it because somebody said it too early, and then they're like, no, we're actually not doing that, and then they ended up
Oh,
just doing a New Moon compilation instead, and it was more than just either or. And then
I'm
later on,
glad
they
they did
still
that.
made like another 10 years later, they still ended up doing a deluxe edition of either or
Yeah,
with unreleased stuff. And maybe we'll get another one in 4 years. Never know.
Never know.
I think this for me, Elliot Smith, it was fun. I'm glad I did it. I think it was worth it just for actually getting into Either Or, because that is, like I said, I think one of the best albums. Despite me not liking the other ones as much, I still think it was worth listening to this artist.
Nice. So we've already announced. I mean, actually, I don't really have anything else to say about Elliot Smith. I recommend it because
If
Audrey.
you're depressed and you want to get more depressed, here you go. If you want to make
Yeah, or
everything
if
in your
you're
life
happy.
worse,
No, his stuff is like melancholy. It's not like
makes
always
you feel
just
dead
complete
inside.
doomer. Well, some of the stuff early is pretty doomer, but like later on, I think it's like more melancholy and like it makes you like accept, that life is suffering and like
Accept
be
that
able
one
to
day
be
you will
happy
die.
anyway. Yeah,
What is it like? Are you
exactly.
saying it's like fucking absurdism? Are you saying Elliot Smith's an
No,
absurdist?
oh my God.
Myth of Sisyphus?
No, that's not what
I
I'm
just
saying.
fucking read that thing. I like understood nothing.
But yeah, I recommend it because I think he's very society core.
all
Has
the
a
all
lot
the
of
memes we post
society.
give you more than enough info on how Societycore this artist is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, I think Elliot Smith is more femcel than incel though. If like you had to put it on like a
Yeah. On that like
what is
alignment
an
chart.
alignment chart.
You
Yeah.
should fucking post that one that I found.
It's so
That one
funny.
was fucked. I hated that. I hated that so much. I'm like, oh, here's the whole season's worth of our content right here.
Seasons. I don't know we were doing seasons. Uh, but yeah, Audrey really loves Elliot Smith and got me to listen to him, and I'm like, now definitely a very big fan. So I'm glad you enjoyed. Who are we doing next? I think it's
Yeah.
already
So
leaked.
thanks for tuning in to our third episode of Societycore. And that's where I
You
can
read that
end
off the
that's
script?
where I can end the
No,
podcast
keep
on
the. No,
Spotify.
I want to have the
Oh, you
announcements
want to have the
in.
announcement? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll
it's
keep
like
that in.
yeah. That's why I asked who
Um
we're doing next.
so
Not
what
to
we're doing
redo the outro.
next. You can introduce it.
Oh, but you picked. Well, I guess we both picked because it's like a special episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mitski's coming out with a new album. So in time for the new Mitski album, we will be listening to every Mitski album. So we will do a tier list within the week of her newest album coming out. Maybe the next
Yes.
day.
Maybe
And
the
that'll be
next
fun.
day.
Yes, maybe the next
I'm not
day.
going to be able to listen to that album and process it in one day.
I'll make you.
Oh.
We also have a special event planned
Oh
because
God.
we commissioned some art for a new podcast logo, and it's some really beautiful art, but it's missing two things, which is top text and bottom text. So we're gonna upload a link to like the Google Drive where our new art is stored, and then anyone who wants to can just send us as many submissions as they want
Dear God.
for memes to have as our new logo with the new art. It's and then we will stream once, maybe after like a couple weeks, or once we feel like we have a good like pool. We will have a stream
A
going
pool
through
that's
all the memes
moon-shaped.
that were submitted. Yeah, once we have a nice moon-shaped pool of submissions, we'll stream going through them, and then we'll pick our favorite to be the new Society Core logo.
Let's go.
Yeah. I think that's all the announcements.
Yeah.
So, thanks for listening. Are we Are we also gonna have like? No, I don't think we should announce. Let's talk about it off screen. What we'll do.
Okay.
What we'll do after.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining Societycore. We are an established brand, an LLC, if you will. We got our podcast set up. You know, it's on Spotify. Go ahead, listen to it. Put it on the background, even if you already listened to it, just so you can give it that 5-star rating. Yeah.
I need to record a new trailer.
Yeah, record a trailer, Aiden. The last one I had, I was watching Oppenheimer at the IMAX theater, and I just talked into the mic for 20
Did you
seconds.
say she op on my?
I think I was saying she op on my pen till I heimer, but I think I cut it off in the middle of it. So it's like
So
I say
bad.
she op on my pen, and then it cuts off.
I think you also like stuttered. It was pretty awful. I think.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah. Get an ad block. Yeah.
Get an ad block. I'll
We're
just
investing in ad
crop
blocker.
off the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be so much the same quality of stream next time. We're not gonna put any effort in. It's gonna be
I'm
great.
gonna be in a fourth location next time as well. Every single
be in a
stream
new
I've done
location.
somewhere else.
I'll be in a new location, but I think I've only. Oh no, this will be my third. So I'm only one location behind you.
Yeah. We should I don't know. I was gonna say. All right. Well, we did it, Joe. We listened to Elliot Smith, and whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops.
What did you do? Oh god.
I just flashed the YouTube screen for
Yeah.
a second.
We
All
might
right.
have a special guest on the Mitski podcast.
Yeah, special guest on the Mitski podcast. This will probably get uploaded to Spotify within the next day or two.
Hell yeah.
Even though anybody that's watching right now, that doesn't apply to.
All one of you. Let's go, Max.
All right.
We got a lot to cut out for this podcast.
It's just the ending. I always do like the fade in, the
Yeah.
fade out, you know.
Yeah.
Or we do the clap noise at the end. Alright.
Forgot to do it at the start.
Christ.
Fuck.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm gonna end the stream. See you. Good night, Max. Sweet dreams.
It's 2:44.
Good night. Good night, Max. I'm good. My final days are going to be at the Frida Cinema. The hurricane is going to flood us out.
And
I will be kayaking down the streets.
I don't have mod.
I will start a new religion down in